I got my first relaxer at the beauty school. And I remember they described my hair at the time before the relaxer, like my hair was like a sponge.
Trying different hairstyles gave me that expression and individuality.
Cornrows, that was the style of choice. Cornrows with beads, with the aluminum foil at the end.
Favorite style right now, my fro, my bang, and then it's a whole process. So
if you're distracted by my hair, that's a reflection of your own insecurity and your own projection onto me.
I don't think there is an ugly phase in hair. I feel like, if anything, that is the time to really connect with yourself and realign how you view hair and identify what hair means to you and the beauty of it, and just enjoy every part of that journey.
Hey y'all, my name is Anastasia and this is my Detangled story. Hello, everybody. My name is Anastasia Johnson, your host of the Detangled Story podcast. This podcast explores the tales of Black hair, history, and healing. Through storytelling, reflection, and real-life experiences, we'll be unraveling the truth woven into every curl, kink, and coil. Today's guest is Christian Whitley, the music producer, musician, and audio engineer. This episode was recorded in February of 2023, but we're happy to share Christian's story with you today. All right, first question. Kind of hinted at this before, but what is your relationship with your hair?
Oddly enough, I'm very fond of my hair.
That's not what you told me at first. I said I hate my hair.
I hate the transformation that it's going into.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay.
But I do have a very close attachment to the way my hair looks. So much so that when I get up in the morning, first thing I do when I wake out of bed is to make sure it looks okay. Even though I just had bed hair, it's all over the place. I always make sure hair in conjunction with beard, facial hair is always coordinated in some way or shape.
So the facial hair matters just as much.
Because it took a while to get this facial hair. But now it's grown into a perfect. Actually, I get more compliments about my facial hair than I do because of my beard than I do my regular hair. All my life, I kind of grown up with this. Oh, you have nice hair because I'm like half Hispanic, half Black. So that was okay. But because I got so much of it, I was just it was very redundant.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started to notice facial hair, I was like, wow, we have potential here. And then once I started noticing naturally that it changed colors, I was just like, huh, this is weird.
Yeah, you have some ginger.
Yeah. So nowadays when I walk around like minding my business, I get more comments on my facial hair being different colors than my regular hair. But
from men or women?
Huh?
Men or women?
A lot of women.
Mm.
Men just kind of be like, why did you do that? It's like it grew this way. But,
so they think you did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is that's their normal guessing. It's like, did you dye your hair? And it's like,
have you always gone to a barbershop?
Always. I was young. Funny thing though, my granddad was a barber. So when I was younger, he would cut my hair. He was the one that my grandparents were kind of raising me. So when it would be time for a haircut or whatever, it was just, he had an old barber kit downstairs and just gave us a haircut. I didn't care what it looked like back then. It was just funny to have a haircut by my granddad.
Yeah. Was your hair long? Was it always did you have a long hair stage?
It never was
ponytail long?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it always grew out to a point where it was like a puff.
Mm.
When I was younger, I'd never really noticed, but my hair was curly when I was younger. It was actually pretty all over the place, but well kept somehow. I never really did much hair care. Either my mom did it mostly, or my granddad made sure it was okay when I would always get a haircut. But I never paid attention to it. I didn't really care when I was younger, but now when I got older, I guess around the facial hair era,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I started to pay attention.
So do you care about the products that you use now, or it's whatever they use in the shop is what I'm gonna do?
My natural instinct is whatever they use in the shop. It's funny when I would go to church with my dad, and my mom was living with us at the time. She would be the one to do the whole hair care routine, and I always hated the whole extra process about putting mousse in my hair.
You used to put mousse in your hair to keep the curls together.
Yeah.
Ah.
My mom always did that, but then when she taught me how to do it myself, I hated the way the mousse felt. It was all sticky and stuff like that. So because of it being an extra process after I already washed up and she already lotioned me down and everything, she was like, all right, let's go get the mousse. And I was just like, I'd rather go do something else than like stay here and play with this icky pink moose that I don't like. So because of those moments like that, it was always like, mm, I would rather skip the extra process. But it was funny because when I went into college, the more compliments I would get on my hair, one person made an extra comment because she actually did hair too that was kind of dry. I'm like, I don't know what to fix. I don't know what to do to fix that. But she was talking about it was a different texture in two different places. Like the top was different than the sides, and the facial hair was its own thing. And I'm just like, I don't know how to fix that. And apparently, she made it sound like it was something that could be fixable. So that's when I started to get interested in like beard oil. And I actually managed to get conditioner when I would shampoo my hair and make sure that that was.
You were shampooing your hair without conditioner? That's why your hair was dry.
But I didn't know that's how much I didn't care until the conditioner part came in. So that's why now it's always shampoo and conditioner.
What do you use now?
Some stuff that I find in the grocery store that smells me.
So you don't know the brand name.
Nope. I just know the pink bottle or the green bottle that I use.
Green. Okay. I'm gonna need you to send me that when you go home.
Mm-hmm.
So
Only got it because it smells me.
So you said that somebody mentioned dryness to you. Were there any other like problems that you came up with yourself when it came to your hair, or anybody else mentioned to you outside of dryness?
Mm-mm.
You never experienced any other. You never thought it was hard to manage yourself.
There was a point where I didn't know whether I wanted to like grow it out or leave it short because I've always had a shortcut all my life. But then somebody mentioned when man buns were a thing, like were a big thing. Oh, Christian, you would look nice with a man bun. It's like I've never attempted to do that, so I don't know. One time, I actually think I pushed myself to the idea of let's just grow it out as much as we can. We can still get shape ups and stuff like that because all that matters, I guess, with guy hair. Like you have to look clean, like edges sharp and blah 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 and whatever. For me, I've always had a fade, so I have to make sure that the signature fade is like for me. But whatever length it is up top, cool, whatever. But there was a point where I think recently, like right after I graduated college, I was trying to grow it out. I actually hated how much I was curling. Like when you play in your hair, just randomly, like just curling it or whatever. Just I hated how much I was doing it because I could tell my arms started to hurt every time I was playing with my hair. So it was just like a natural like occurrence. And it's funny when it got too long, I'm just like, you know what, this is hard to. When I could touch my head and just feel a ball of fluff, I was like, this is annoying. Like I would rather go back to the short hair thing than manage to do all of this because I feel like the longer I would grow it out, the more hair care I would need, and that just went back to me like not liking hair care.
I see.
So that's why I always kept it short because it's just like, all right, you just water it up, shampoo it up, condition it up, and it's ready to go. Like you don't have to do much editing.
Do you know the product you use on your beard?
Either tea tree oil or some giant brand, something. I don't know. I primarily use tea tree oil because that's what a lot of the people that talk about beard health and stuff like that.
It's good for your regular hair too.
Yeah, they just said, hey, just lather it up, and you'll be fine. Which honestly, once I started doing it, because my beard started to come out a lot more fuller. It was actually like pinstripe when I was back in like 2019, 2020, it was just a pinstripe, and now it's just like actually grown out to be what it is.
Yeah. So a little bit more about the barber thing. So like when you go in there, like what do you ask for? Like how does that work?
Change it up. I make sure I get a fade, but it depends on what kind of fade I get. Nowadays I get a drop fade.
What is that?
It's a fade that goes all around your scalp, like your head. Starting from your temple, goes all the way around, and then goes to the back. Basically it just drops like not randomly, but like significantly. That's what the drop. That's why the drop.
Meaning like it's a lot of hair, and then it's like on a lot on the other side.
Yeah, there's an instant drop in the fade from like the natural hair that you got to like basically the buzz that you got towards the side.
Is that what you have now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's the fade you kind of came here, it's still reaching around the back, and then it goes up the other side.
Mm-hmm.
What I used to get was let my hair grow out up top. It was a temp fade, basically. Short words for temple fade. Fade only at your temples. So it's significant that it was just only right here, like toward the temple area, but then the back of your head would still be significant. There would still be significant lines outlining your hairline. in the back. There wasn't much of a blend from like your hairline to your skin. It was like, all right, your hair is what it is. Then we'll just edge out the hairline to make it distinct, and then you'll still like cut it based off of the shape of your head. So it's like you don't have like too much hair in the back and then not enough hair at the top. It still goes like with your hair, with your head shape, but there's a little bit more definition in the back of your head.
So how often do you need to go and get your hair done?
The prime, oh, I just got a haircut look only lasts about 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
And then if your barber like touches up your outline real good, like
Like a lineup.
yeah, your lineup,
Okay.
yeah, basically like outline. After 3 or 4 days, the lineup starts to fade away. So it's just your natural hair just comes back. It's just like, dang,
So
kind of doesn't look as fresh anymore. But then for me, I just get 2 weeks.
2 weeks and then another haircut, or 2 weeks and then you get a lineup, and then
No,
another 2 weeks and then
2 weeks a whole another haircut. Because by then the fade goes away and it's just the outline of your hairline or like the natural way your hairline grows. So the crispness of a hairline or the outline fades away. The fade probably grow back. It just for me, it's always like 2 weeks. Some people they keep it a little bit more consistent. I know people that go once a week, just because they need to look fresh at all times, just based off of what the nature of what they do.
Mm.
I actually prefer to get mine once a week, but I'm not out and seen as much as people. Like I'm always working in the house, so it depends. Like if I'm not really doing much social stuff, then I'll be like, all right, we can just go whenever we need to go. So right now, I just knew I was going to be seeing much this weekend, so I made sure to get it in the middle of like Tuesday, so it could last me the initial weekend. But then next weekend, I don't have anything planned, so I'm just gonna be in the house. So it's just like I would rather get it 2 weeks later.
Yeah. So like, do it look the best on the first day, or like
Oh,
y'all?
let me tell you, the first, as soon as you hop out the chair, that is, you got to take all the pics you can get.
Okay, fresh out the chairs.
Fresh out the chair. No, you might want to, wash off the excess hair.
Right.
But it depends because the spray that my barber uses, and like basically the whole alcohol swab that he does, it makes it look crisp, shiny, picturesque. At that moment, as soon as my barber's done, he does the spray. I don't even know what spray it is. Just whatever type of spray he uses, and then does the alcohol swab on the hairline. That is probably the best my hair feels. Whenever I take a shower, I'll wash away all the excess hair, but then also wash away the shine, the stuff that he does. I'm just like, dang, I gotta figure out what it is. But fresh out the chair,
It's like that.
yeah. And then first 2 days, that's when you'll probably get the most comfort. Afterwards, it's like, all right.
Wow. Okay. Like I've seen like people like with like the white pencil line. Like what is that? Is that to outline your hairline?
Part of it. My
Your
barber
barber do
doesn't.
that?
Yeah, no, my barber doesn't do that.
No.
Just that's like the initial stage of like you just got a haircut. Now I don't know what the white line is because sometimes it might be that this might be something to distinct hair line and your face, like your skin texture, whatever. So it might be just something to distinct it out. Thank God I'm not at the point where like you have to use the black spray and fill in the dead spot. That's another thing that sometimes when men don't have full beard, but they still have the shape. They might have like this black spray that they put in. And that white spray might be to help to hide the black part versus the actual skin tone. That's what I think. I don't know. Never bothered.
So they be spraying in y'all beard.
Yeah, if you got patchy spots, people, it's gonna look weird if you have patchy spots, but yet feel like a full beard out.
Fair. That's fair. Did you ever have like a bad, like my hair is trash type of moment? Like we're never doing this again era?
Ninth grade.
Ninth grade. You know the grade.
For whatever reason, my mom decided to cut my hair. I allowed my mom to cut my hair, and I regretted it. Before when I told her yes, during the process, and I regretted it even more, even after I saw the whole thing. Long story short, naturally, right? When you get an edge up, it's a square. It's like 90-degree angle.
Chris.
It's just 2 parts. My aunt made it 3 parts. Now, You would think, how do you just get an L shape, 2 parts into a 3 part? I don't even know how to explain it, but I remember the shape distinctly when I saw it in the mirror. So, okay, let me describe the shape, right? So, hairline was going across.
Hairline going across.
Yep. One side, I guess, looked all right. Then I noticed the other side, this side distinctly, started creasing up a little bit.
She was taking away your hairline.
Yeah.
She was receiving them up.
So then, where there's supposed to be a sharp L, there was no L. But because it kind of slanted up, and where my temple is, the line was already set and straight. Those two lines weren't meeting. So my aunt decided, hey, let's just sharpen that little corner because this edge is up. Let's just slant it down to meet the other line that was going up on the temple side. I said, oh shit. So here's the thing. It was at the time it was at the house. It was in my kitchen at the house. My aunt decided because for whatever reason, my aunt cuts my uncle's hair. He never paid for me, but my uncle's bald, so there's no way to mess his haircut up. So my aunt was cutting my hair. My dad came home. I was complaining. My dad looked at my head, complained himself, and the one time I've only ever received a haircut from my dad was fixing the mistakes my aunt made.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the first time I went back to the barber after that moment, he was like, here's nothing not happening.
Right.
I was just like, don't worry.
Yeah. Back to the barber, because like how long have you had the barber you have now?
Oh, like lifetime.
Since you were a kid?
Definitely early high school, maybe middle school.
What did you do when you were in college?
So for the longest time, I was asking people because I just grew my hair out, made sure my hair was fresh the first day of college, whatever. By that point, I said, look, I needed to get a haircut. I need to figure out where to go. Luckily, all the people that lived in Boston still just told me where to go, or the older college kids that had been for a while. They gave me some names, some recommendations. Luckily, there was a barbershop that was like a couple blocks down the street, like 15-minute walk from campus. So I ended up going to a few places. One place was just weird. I didn't really like the vibe there. It's a regular barbershop, hella seats in the shop, but the vibe was just kind of weird. And there's always a thing where it's like once you find a barber, you're set with that barber. You don't really go in and switch up because for whatever reason, like if you come, me, if I go to a barbershop, pick the one guy. If I'm gonna walk in, cool. Everybody's gonna be like, yo, I got a spot open for you, come sit. When you show your face at that barbershop again, you're gonna lock eyes with that same barber that cut you the first time. He's like, hey, yo, I got you. That's just a given. You don't go to another barber and don't associate.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, when I went back the second time, I didn't see the same guy. So another barber got me cool. It just felt like a different haircut, but at the same time, they weren't consistent prices. So I was just like, y'all kind of weird charging this much for. I just asked for the same thing. Y'all gave me 2 prices. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I just stopped going, but it was just it. I just stopped going to that one place. There was another barbershop. It was kind of funny, like 2 or 3 blocks down the street. Little hole in the wall. Only had 2 chairs in the whole entire shop, but they got me right every time. But
Are most of your barbers black?
yeah, they were black, but in Boston they were mostly Dominican. So like I knew they were black. Like you could walk up to them, they'd probably like you would guess that they were black people, but when they spoke, you could tell that they were Dominican.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So, but that was only the first 2 years of college. When third year, fourth year was weird because I was in Spain. That doesn't count. But
Your hair was kind of long.
third year, there was a freshman that played guitar who also like did his side hustle as cutting hair. So he was literally cutting hair out of dorm room spaces and like common room spaces. And he was really good. Like he was a black kid, played guitar, but cut hair on the side. He made a side hustle in college, cutting hair.
That's cool.
And was really good at it.
But your home one here is like you've had since high school at least.
At high school, yeah. There were some changes with the first 2. But my current one, he's been there along, but I just never went there until all the other two went away.
Gotcha. Do you have any fears of being bald?
Yes.
Does it run in your family?
Yes. And here's the funny part. Remember the topic about like me growing out my hair at one point, deciding, oh, I don't like it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So recently, maybe like a couple of months ago, at least 6 months ago, I thought about, I had seen old pictures and blah, blah, blah. I was like, man, my hair is like out. Let me try to grow it out at least one time. So I was like, you know what? We'll try it again. We'll grow out our hair, see what happens, and that'll be that. But for whatever reason, when I grew out my hair, this is also probably the same time. Like I was not grooming myself well. Like I did not do a lot of hair care that I did. But when I was growing out my hair, I could look in the mirror and distinctly tell my hair is thinner up top than it is on the side. And the first thought that I thought about was like an image of, I guess, George Jefferson. Like he has a distinct bald spot in the middle, but throughout the sides. And all I saw in the mirror when I looked at that, like my hair was full. Nobody knew, like nobody could probably tell you anything different. But when I saw the difference in fullness, just from growing my hair out that like 6 months ago, I was like, oh no, we're not doing this again. Like so, I keep it short. Actually, this haircut that I have currently is a result of me wanting to keep the top fuller than the sides, just to keep that perception of like my hair is still fuller up top than it did on the side. Again, that kind of goes back to me not really getting haircuts frequently as I do now because I just like a couple months ago when I worked 2 full-time jobs, I would probably only get a haircut maybe once a month. That is not that is not me. That is not actually like
What you want to do?
yeah. So I feel like because of that scenario with me growing my hair out for a month and not really keeping it up to date, that one instance was just me looking at just bad hair days and not really saying like, all right, let's just go get a haircut. We took that and said, we're not growing out our hair ever again. So I'm embracing the shortness of it now because now it's just like, it's not going to be here this long. So we might as well just like try to style it the best we can. We've had our short hair era when I was younger. We try to keep it as long as we can when I was like in my new 21 age. But now that I'm upper 20s, it's just like we'll work with what we have.
Yeah. One more question about the barbershop. Like, what vibe? Because you talked about how you didn't like the vibe, the one that you experienced like your freshman year.
Yep.
So, what vibe do you go for? What vibe is your current barber? Like, what is it like in there? Little insights.
So, my barber that I have now, he have transitioned from a shop that had about 20 chairs to a shop that had about 15 chairs to a current, it's like a suite that's in more of it's a building that has a whole bunch of suites. And there's actually in this building, there are other different barber stations. They're also female like hairstylists in these other suites, which is different than the other 2 times where it was just strictly for men.
Oh, I see.
So it's a little bit different from the case of when I was younger. It was just all male, just talking about guy stuff. Even from high school, I mean, from the early shop back then to the 2 that I went to in college, it was like just all men. When I came back home, that's when we transitioned from a smaller shop that had a men's side and then a women's side. There was only like one woman stylist and a couple other men barbers in there. But now that the suites that we're in now, it's all different. Like I actually walked through a bunch of women stylists who had their cards out and stuff like that. But when I get to the suite that my barber's in, there's only 2 chairs and it's just him and another barber. The other barber used to be my barber too. But funny story, he got locked up. So when he got locked up, I had to switch to the guy that I'm with now. But literally, like, be a whole bunch of guys in there talking about random stuff, anything from money to what's happening on the news. Of course, women, and then funny experiments. Like, there's not often that I go to their hair in the barbershop and then not laugh.
Yeah, y'all not in there, just quiet.
Right.
Yeah. Last question. Do you have like a night routine with your hair? Do you like wear a do-rag, go to sleep? Or you just like, you just go to sleep, whatever?
There was a moment in a phase where I experimented with a do rag,
To go
um,
to sleep? Or just in general?
in general,
Mm.
but mostly to sleep too. And I noticed the waves as a result of wearing the do rag. And I was blown away because I've never done it as a kid. Like my hair was too curly to really settle down. But when I got it cut
Oh,
short,
yeah.
when I got it cut short and started doing that, they're like, "Oh, Christian, you have like natural finger waves." Don't know what people mean when they say that, but um, I'm just like, "Oh, thanks." Like, I don't know what you're talking about. But when people talk about, "Oh, you wear a wave cap to really make the waves pop out," I'm just like, "All right, let's see what that's about." I wore it,
Wave cap?
like a do rag.
Oh, okay.
Do rag. I particularly like the silk do rags that
Yeah.
actually went with the outfits. So most of the time I'll wear a do rag with the outfit. But then when I take the do rag off, um, whatever, I still like have nice hair.
Mm-hmm.
But my disdain with wearing do rags is that they quickly give you a headache, because you're cutting off circulation on the with the straps from the sides. So with that, I also stopped wearing them because not stopped. I just don't wear them that often because it's with the whole like self care routine. I didn't care for grooming, so I stopped wearing wave caps. But at the same time, I equated wearing a wave cap to the thinning of the hair up top. It's not probably correlated in what way, but it is scientifically proven that like if you cut off circulation to your head, like you're not giving your hair the full healthiness that it needs. So I just like, hey, I'm not going anywhere. This actually when pandemic hit, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not trying to look cute for nobody. And plus I'm also trying to keep my hair healthy and full as possible. So I'm gonna just stop wearing it as much as I was wearing it before. But to be honest, I
But
might
you're a
wear it.
hat wearer, though.
Yeah, so that's also another reason. Like hats can cut off circulation too.
Yeah.
So I actually haven't been wearing hats as much just for that simple fact. But with the summer now, I might start doing it just because I might cut my hair shorter again. It doesn't matter at that point if it's shorter.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Detangled Story podcast. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things. Also, follow AJ Collabs on all social media platforms. But before I let you go, I'm going to leave you with this affirmation. We love our hair, we honor our hair, we are our hair. Peace, y'all. Bye.